It has begun. Let me mute the volume on this thing.
LeJoy.
Ah! Shh, 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 shh. You just hear everything go, LeJoy. Right, let's go. Hey guys, welcome to Super Club Penguin episode 6. We're gonna have lots of fun, aren't we? Yuck yuck, whatever your name is.
Yeah, might as well.
I'll be watching Dragon Ball Z, the scene where Vegeta screams, "That's my Bulma!" Because Bulma is like the best name ever for somebody, apparently. Right, let me just get my horror music up and then we shall begin.
Yes. So, catch me up. How did the last one go?
Rubbish, because no one answered the phone for one, and then when my sister finally answered, she knew straight away I was doing a prank call.
Alright.
Right, music. There we go. Hey guys! Hello, Hannah and Anna. I've never seen Anna in the chat. This is exciting. And ladies here, your girlfriend's here. Give her a kiss. Hello. Be nice. Aww. Actually, it was quite shit as well last week because Kirbster was there and then he just disappeared for like the last half of it, and I don't know where he went. But for the whole thing, I was encouraging him, and then he just could not be asked with it. Oh,
he's not built for this, apparently.
Yeah, right. SCP-001. Let's begin. There's like no one here, but screw it. We're gonna jump right in. After I've slowly come to accept that nobody watches this anymore. Am I okay?
But we still do it because we like wasting our time.
No, I just like doing it because it's a nice hangout thing, and like I really need to record more Club Penguin episodes because I thought I could get a massive backlog. Turns out no, and we're probably going to move on to Super Club Penguin through a lot quicker than I thought we would. Right, so I think we did the did we do the children last time? Was that the school one?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, we did
hold up.
the Mexican school. So the next one is codename Kate McTillis, a record. And if these ones go well, I might read this last one as well so we can get rid of SCP-001.
Oh, yes.
You smooch.
Should I actually check to see how long the other ones are?
So we kind of came to the conclusion that because the children one was so protected, 956, okay. The children one was so protected, we think it might be that one, which was the school one. Okay, this is Kate McTillis' proposal for SCP-001. Object class Thormeal. Subjective assessment. The following contained procedure was unanimously approved by Site Director's Executive Committee of the Whole and the O5 Council. Special containment procedures. It was the unanimous subjective opinion of the Site Director's Executive Committee of the Whole, and the footnote says SDECOTW, whatever, on May 3rd, 2000 blank, that the SCP-001 database entry slot should be locked to edits and only made available for modification with 7 private keys belonging to members of the O5 Council. It was the majority subjective opinion of SDECOTW that the object believed to have been most recently designated SCP-001 should no longer be given an SCP designation and should be stored in a standard high-value containment locker in Site-19. It was the unanimous opinion of FDECOTW that no objective claims or statements should be made in the main SCP-001 page of the Foundation base under any circumstances, only verifiably true records of the opinions of Foundation governing bodies in the past. It was the majority opinion of the O5 Council on May the 3rd, 2000 blank, that in the event of the entity Thormeal, Dr. Mary Nakayama, or any entry claiming to be either makes contact with the SCP Foundation, they'll be referred to the O5 Council for negotiation and cooperation. It was the majority opinion of the O5 Council that no efforts will be made at the time to neutralize entity Thormeal or the vulnerabilities of the SCP-001 database protection. Description. Oh, great. It was the unanimous opinion of FDECOTW. Stop saying it was the unanimous opinion! And the O5 Council on May 3rd, 2000 blank, that any unanimous opinion on the unanimous opinions of all the unanimous opinions. Oh, Anna, you're cooler. Don't worry. That any statement of fact made on the specific SCP Foundation database page, whatever that is, becomes objectively true. The prior unanimous opinion of SDECOTW and the O5 Council holds that modifications to this page have vast and potentially infinite category Aleph rooms, greatest concern, reality modification consequences. The prior unanimous opinion of FDECOTW and the O5 Council held that no further testing on these effects is to occur due to the potential XK, CK, LK, VK, ZK, NK class scenarios believed to be highly probable with said testing. What the fuck is this bullshit?
I have no idea, but I've just scrolled down and looked at the other procedures. This is going to get a whole lot worse.
It was the unanimous opinion of SDECOTW that other pages with the procedures portion of the Foundation database have no anomalous effects, and that prior versions of the SCP-001 database leading to the believed discovery of SCP-001's effects and the possible creation of Entity Thormeal are to be stored as subpages in this directory for reference. It was the unanimous opinion of SDECOTW that all blank spots in the Foundation database shall be checked for further category Aleph room modification anomalies, and that only a series of 1,000 thoroughly checked database spots shall be available to Foundation personnel for the designation of a new special containment procedure at any given time. That was bullshit.
Screw reading these other procedures.
Are they quite long? Oh, fuck.
They're actually kind of short, but they seem like the exact same thing, placed it over and over again.
Why?
Look, just open 2 of them and tell me they don't look extremely...
It's like, let's read one of them. And then it'll be Foundation Database Changelog. This is for the first one. Creating new SCP documentation. Trying it in the 2 blank slot. But the object's effects might move over to 001. Had the admins unlocked the empty 001 slot? Why was it empty? Convenient, I guess, just in case. And then it's like, it's a cover of an album called Esquivel Exploring New Sounds in Stereo. And then there's a random guy just sat there with a telescope. Shut away me as well. So item SCP, finally, 001, object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-001 is to be kept in a standard low-value containment locker at Site-91A. Additional research into SCP-001's effects will be the responsibility of Site-91A Chief Numerologist Dr. Mary Nakayama. Description. SCP-001 is a vinyl record containing Esquivel's 1958 album Exploring New Sounds in Stereo, RCA. The album has an anomalous impact on digital numerical lists that contain it. The album, when listed in text saved digitally, will always be listed first, even if it was intended to be listed in another position. Then it says, the effect spreads to all forms of digital storage. Affected devices that thus far included consumer-grade computers, mobile telephones, and graphing calculators. Mechanical storage devices, writing, and physical representations of lists are not changed by SCP-001's anomalous properties. Hello, D Productions. It's going quite good, but we're very confused at the story we're reading.
Yeah.
SCP...
Very, very confused.
SCP-001 was sent to Billboard magazine as a review copy prior to its release in 1958. Its effects were not noticed until December 2000 blank, when Billboard intern MS tasked with updating the manual files of review albums and magazine headquarters to a database format, noted SCP-001's effects and reported it to superiors. Then, original suspicions of cybercrime attracted to the interests of the FBI. Anna, we do these streams for 2 hours, but tomorrow's stream will be a bit longer. Embedded UIU agents in the FBI Cybercrime Division turned over the object to the Foundation custody after discovery. Confusion is normal, just accept it. I think by this point we more or less have.
That's confusion is normal, just accept it, aka everybody who's watched Ruby. And liked it.
Here we go. Effort to locate the RCA employees responsible for sending SCP-001 to Billboard are ongoing. Primary containment theory currently holds that SCP-001 was a crude attempt to manipulate Billboard's album rankings, which failed due to the manual typesetting used by the magazine at the time. Then the next one is the exact same, but the changelog says, yep, moved right over. Weird, funny. Going to look into this more. Might be some potential here. Also fixed a typo thanks to Dr. Amorales. Oh! Was it like a different list, but it kept changing it? To see, this one's different. It says...
It is different. I just copied the bottom text of this, put it in the word searcher on my laptop, and it's only coming up with the exact same one.
So the next one,
different.
The next one is only to change the fact that they spelled attempt wrong in the first one. So Then the next one, it says, important one-day revision to containment procedures. And then in the special containment procedures, it says, all level 2 researchers in Site 91A shall give Dr. Nakayama $5, if possible, over her lunch break on April 1st, 2000 blank. You copied that. We'll do 956 and then 106.
I'm going to say this right now. I just looked at 956. It is adorable.
And then it's, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And then her amendment, which I've just read out, the $5 thing, has been crossed out.
Oh my god. This is how tired I am. Like, I'm typing this in the chat right now. I read this as something completely different.
Oh my
You can just tell how tired I am.
Nakayama.
Nakayama.
That's awesome.
You can probably guess how I read that in my mind.
I can't.
I'll tell you a buzz stream.
Okay. Bye, Shadow White. Then it says testing something. And then she puts in the special containment procedures. Dr. Nakayama's desk nameplate is colored green for easy identification. The next one, making a note about my availability. That part's then crossed out and replaced with personnel are advised that Dr. Nakayama will be likely unavailable until April 9th, 2000 blank, as she's been granted paid vacation days by Site Director Green for this time span. Next one. Note upcoming title change. There's a title change? Huh. Oh, yeah, that's passed.
Oh, yeah.
Then those things are crossed out. Then it's crossed out as Site 91A Chief Numerologist. That's gone. Then that pot's crossed out, and it says, Dr. Nakayama, Chief Numerologist at Site 91A until April 9th, will be promoted to Site Co-Director alongside Dr. Green at noon on April 9th. She will retain sole responsibility over SCP-001. Then the last one says, it's all crossed out. Oh, shit. It says, well, this works like I think it does. I thought this over for weeks. It's time. I've locked the page down to everyone but myself and the O5s. I think I'm doing the right thing. I really do think I am. Pray for me. Then the last part says, Mary Nakayama, immediately after the saving of this document, will attain omnipotence and omniscience, rising to and becoming Godhead. She will span all time and have complete dominion over the universe in this reality. Everything under everything, and everything over everything will be at her command. She will gain all necessary mental faculties to process and utilize these abilities while maintaining uninterrupted consciousness. Members of the O5 Council will receive a note indicating the nature of SCP-001. Her family will receive a note indicating her love for them. Then it says, Mary Nakayama disappeared from her quarters at Site 91A before 6 a.m. on May 3rd. She's not been located since. But then there was a document saved on May 3rd, 2000 blank, which is when she disappeared. To the O5 Council, when I was 15, I took enough pills to kill someone 4 times my size, downed with an entire bottle of cheap vodka that was the only thing I had left from the man who used me and left me broken and alone. I sat in my shower with the hot water scalding me. I closed my eyes. When I opened them, I was dry. I was well. I was in bed. At the door, a shining figure, a radiant light hovered. It spoke to me with a voice that echoed in my mind, only it said I had greater things to do. I never saw it again, but I kept going. I believed that God descended and saved me. And joining the Foundation, how could I not believe? What else could explain the fact that we were still here, still marvelously, desperately screaming alive? How else could the fabric of our world, our everything, withstand such things that we behold every day? Something was protecting us. I prayed to it every night for guidance. I never heard its voice again. I have been touched by God once, and that was a lifetime of fortune in one moment. But when I changed the color of the nameplate on my desk just by hitting save on a text file, I realized something. The fabric of all things was open to me. I could pull this power away, show you, conceal it. But what if it was what saved me? What if this is what saves us all every day from the abyssal terrors that rip and rend our world's fragile stability? What if me hitting save on a text file was the birth of God? If it's not, then I tried. If it is, then I am watching. I will try to steer things right. It will take time. Wish me luck. So she may have become God through that. I don't believe this one, but I think it's my favorite.
Yeah, good lord, though.
Okay, next one's The Broken God. It's by Twisted Gears /Cactus. By order of the Overseer Council, the following file describes a Maxo-class anomalous entity. This information is protected by level 5 classification, dissemination of muscular class, whatever. Let's go. Oh my god, it's Bioshock. It's just a picture of a load of pipes. Life science detective, metic inoculation ascertained. Welcome, overseer. And then it's a picture of Robert Bermaro, current leader of the Church of the Broken God.
I am getting, like, I'm looking at the pipes and the gears. I am getting it 914 flashbacks.
Oh, the memories, the horrible memories. Ah!
The horrific memories. I am going to see if there are any more.
So, here we go. Object class SCP-001, object class Masker. The Masker classification was codified in 1981 by the Foundation's Containment Committee in conjunction with the Overseer Council, the Site Directors Council, and the Foundation Ethics Committee. Until such time that the Masker class was codified, SCP-001 was classified as neutralized, and a Masker class was created to replace the improper classification. Okay? Special containment procedures. Information on the relevancy of SCP-001 to the related anomalous objects are to be omitted from the respective object's documentation. Pardon me? While collections with the Church of the Broken God can remain available, the origins of the item are to be omitted or obfuscated. The inactive component of SCP-001 is to remain in its current location, and any shipping or diving is forbidden in that area. Civilian discovery of SCP-001 is to be suppressed, and amnestics are to be utilized in order to maintain classification. Persons affiliated with the Church of the Broken God who made attempts to seek out the inactive component of SCP-001 are to be taken into Foundation custody and questioned. Information pertaining to SCP-001, where physical or digital, is to be confiscated and contained. Hello, Mystery Soup Productions. Very nice to have you here, of all people. The inactive component of SCP-001 is expected to remain inanimate. However, should SCP-001 experience spontaneous reanimation, all active Mobile Task Force units at nearby Site 27, Site 44, Site 90, and Site 101 are to be assigned to active countermeasures. Should this event, currently designated as 001 Hypothesis Event, occur in the modern world, it is believed that the current means of information suppression will be inefficient. It is likely that a 001 Hypothesis Event will result in an SK-class broken masquerade scenario, which is a backup of all sensitive Foundation information to maximize whatever. Likely followed that an XK class end of the world scenario. Extant active components of SCP-001 are not to come within 20 kilometers of the inactive component of SCP-001 under any circumstances. You can figure out yourself what you did, Mystery Soup. Description. SCP-001 is a collection of anomalous items, formerly a single massive mechanical entity assembled by members of the Church of the Broken God in late 1942 near La Paz, Mexico. It's always Mexico. It's official. Nam's behind everything.
Nam is SCP-001.
Items include SCP-217, 1139, 882, and several internal components of SCP-629. What does this say? This was discovered after the containment of 629 via collaboration with Broken Church contacts. It's unknown how these components were initially collected by Dr. Wondertainment without knowledge of the Foundation or its liaisons within the Church of the Broken God.
Dr. Wondertainment?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, I was actually reading about that.
Who is he?
There was, like, a few SCPs in here listed under Dr. Wondertainment.
Who the fuck is Tony? What the fuck you want about? SCP-629 itself is unaware of its legitimate connection with the church. Right, let's see. Oh, a full list is available here, and I just can't click the link. Let me see what each one of these are. Because I think we read 882. Okay, 217 is a Kita thing. It's a virus. Oh, these are like the virusy things. This one is a massive tower thing. It looks like the hate pillar from I Have No Mouth and I'm a Screen. No, it's not to do with the Fander. It's with someone else. It's like a weird block thing. 882 is a load of gears and cables, and 629 is some freaky mask thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tony is the fat ender.
Oh, I didn't know he had a name. Right.
Oh wow. That made me laugh.
Sorry, I've just looked at SCP-905, and it looks like that monster from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, like the red one.
All right, there you go. There's Dr. Wondertainment.
Hang on, let me look.
Just put it in the chat.
Oh, fuck me. Jesus.
Specifically those top ones, the Misters and the one this.
Uh-huh.
Those are all SCPs created by Doctor Entertainment.
Yeah. This is quite long. Should we keep reading it?
Um.
Oh, there's interviews. We can read the interview, I guess. Okay,
But how many of these should we do, though? Like,
yeah.
quick question. Like, how long do you think this is going to go for? Because given the length of this, I still have the 914 thing up here because I wanted to check and see if there have been like any additions, and the answer is yes, they have. There have been.
Hang on a sec.
Like the day we stopped, there was another one.
You serious?
Yeah, this thing's never gonna die. Anyway, like.
Right, fuck it then. You know what? Right, this is too long. It's basically a weird church thing and a load of interviews and shit happens. So yeah, that's that one. The next one is past and future called Callanan. That one's bullshit, by the way. Okay. Urgency, hi. We need all attention on dealing with the current situation now. The first part is to put the rumors to rest and to get you to focus on what we're doing next. This is the first and last time any of you will see an official transcript of an O5 vote. There'll be no questions. The file for 8001 is attached. We declassified it this morning. Go out there and keep buying us time. Proceed with contingency plan 27985 to disrupt means of effective suicide to global population or to spare all interesting civilians from SCP-001. What the fuck is this? There's like tons of files, and I can't be asked to look at them all, but I'm going to look at them all.
Jesus Christ, what is this abomination?
What the fuck is this?
Sorry, by abomination, I'm referring to the SCP website, by the way.
SCP-001 PDF. It's Kita, right. From December 23rd, 1971 to November 2016. This is recent then. SCP-001 was contained by the existence of SCP-279A. Based upon yesterday's cessation of SCP-279A, emergency containment measures are in effect until further notice. These measures include sustained, anomalous, oh yeah, shit, I forgot. Sorry. Based upon the yesterday's cessation of that, emergency containment measures are in effect until further notice. These measures include sustained containment efforts and anomalous phenomena by any means necessary with prior Okay, it's a sapient entity. It's a dinosaur, basically. So yeah, ignore that one. I just can't be asked of SCP-001 anymore. The very last one is codename Wrong, the Consensus.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Notice from the Foundation Records and Information Security Administration. Biannual security update. Item number randomizer has been initiated. Until security update is complete, all files are locked. For emergency updates, please access emergency data archival system. SCP-001 is Euclid. Its clearance designation is level 5. And it cannot be contained or secured conventionally. And it's unknown as it may occur in the future. As such, a reactive approach is to be adopted. Said approach consists of the following chapters of the Forbidden Convention. 1. Prevention and minimization of conditions conducted to the possible occurrence of 001, or its equivalent via Forbidden City Convention, Chapter 1, and stuff. Okay, it was apparently, people tried to restrict a CK-class scenario, whatever that is. So basically, something massive happened, and they've counted it as an SCP, but it's obviously not something that's there, if you get what I mean. So they're just trying to minimize it ever happening again.
Like a disaster of some sort.
Yeah. Oh, and then it's like a sort of will thing to all the O5 successors.
Ooh.
That's actually awesome.
That is interesting.
But we'll read it another day. We're done. We finished SCP-001. Really rushed, but fuck it. Now let's look at 914.
Wait, hold up. 914. We're going back to that hellhole? Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to see what other things have been amended. It might be more Nintendo Switch stuff.
Okay. This is the most interesting one that I found. It's under Dr. Watterson. Basically, what he did was he's got 4 Polaroid images of 096. You know, the one that kills you if you see its face.
Yeah.
He's basically put that into the machine.
Ooh. So, oh my god, there's so many that are new, like, things come up.
Yeah.
So, oh, I can't be asked. There's too many. Dude, we're gonna die if we do this again.
Yeah, we're not. Let's just not go through this again. And we could read this, like, on our own, like, off stream if we can be bothered, which means we won't.
Right. Since Shadow White's back, can you read his story first? Okay, which one was his? 106,
right.
wasn't it?
Let's see here.
Was it 106?
106, huh?
Oh, it's the
Oh,
guy
106,
with...
the old man.
Oh, this one. Okay. Right. Object class Kita. Special containment procedures. And it's blank. And then there's 2 revisions. But I can't be asked to read them, so we'll just jump to 118. 118. No physical interaction with SCP-106 is allowed at any time. All physical interaction must be approved no less by 2/3 vote even from O5 command. Any such interaction must be undertaken in AR2 maximum security sites after a general non-essential staff evacuation. All staff, research, security, class D, etc. are to remain at least 60 meters away from the containment cells at all times, except in the event of breach events. Huh? Oh, Les. I didn't actually go to last night's Game of Disco, but I will be going this Wednesday, so I'll tell you about it then. Okay, SCP-106 is to be contained in a sealed container comprised of lead-lined steel. The container will be sealed within 40 layers of identical material, each layer separated by no less than 36 centimeters of empty space. Support struts between layers are to be randomly spaced. Container is to remain suspended no less than 60 centimeters from any surface by ELOIID electromagnetic supports. Secondary containment areas to be comprised of 16 spherical cells. Oh, fuck you, Shadow White. Stop giving me ideas. Each full of various fluids at random assembly of surfaces and supports. Secondary containment is to be fitted with light systems capable of flooding the entire assembly with no less than 80,000 lumens of light instantly with no direct human involvement. Both containment areas are to remain under 24-hour surveillance. Any corrosion observed on any containment cell service, staff members at any site location within 200 meters of SCP-106 are to be reported to site security immediately. Any objects or personnel lost to SCP-106 are to be deemed missing or killed in action. No recovery attempts will be made under any circumstances. I feel like we've read this one before, actually. Well, we'll jump to 118 then, because I remember the... I was about to say, like, this seems familiar. I do play Animal Crossing.
I remember reading this, like, off-stream, like, years ago.
I do play Animal Crossing New Leaf. I haven't played it for a while, but, Can you stop giving me ones that are shit? Give me a good one. I'm not reading this crap. 956. Give me ones that... Yeah, like this one. The one she's just given me that looks very funny and creative. It's a piñata. Look how cute that is. Let me show you guys.
Mystery Soup.
Look at
she
that.
Doesn't describe every detail with me, so... I wouldn't know.
Well, stop pestering people then, you double spy. Item 956, object class safe, and then crossed out Euclid. And then the picture says 956 before containment after being separated from the powers of SCP-956 and data redacted. SCP-956 is to be kept at the appropriate center of an 18 by 18 by 4 meter concrete room at all times. The door is to be locked with an armed guard posted to prevent unauthorized access. Hey, it's a piñata. Americans use piñatas. Not Americans, Mexicans, they use piñatas. You know what this means.
The Cherry 5 connections are frankly staggering.
I had the PlayStation ages ago. Can't remember how you get it, but I've got it. Oh, you got to like talk to your villagers and stuff to get it. SCP-956 is to be kept at that, yeah. Entrance by research personnel into the room is only permitted once SCP-956 has entered a dormant state. Permission to bring the subject into the room must be cleared by O5 approval to decrease the occurrence of SCP-956-1, as well as data redacted. Unless for testing, individuals fulfilling SCP-956 activation requirements are not to be brought within 200 meters of SCP-956's containment area. Surveillance is to be maintained through security footage at all times. Blank instances of SCP-956-1 are kept in a neighbouring room and are to be maintained at temperature of -4 degrees Celsius in order to prevent melting or destruction. Any use of SCP-956-1 is to be authorized by at least one member of O5 and to be carried out in a room identical to SCP-956's containment chamber. Any excess SCP-956-1 created by tests with SCP-956 is to be incinerated unless authorized by personnel with security clearance 4 or higher. And are any extraneous instances of SCP-956. SCP-956 appears to be a common piñata, resembling an unknown quadruped. So a horse. That is a fucking pink horse. Or a donkey, I don't know. Tests have
I'm sorry about
revealed
that.
Tests have revealed that although superficially similar to paper mache, SCP-956 is constructed of various amounts of glue, blank, sugar, an unidentified fur, and human tissue. SCP-956 is also shown to be highly resistant to any sort of bludgeoning damage, with large amounts of crushing force showing no damage to its structural integrity, though the use of gunfire as well as heat and flame has shown to be effective. No, would you just... Ugh. By default, SCP-956 remains in a passive state. It shows no sign of locomotion or intelligence, and displays no hostility. And then this part's crossed out. It says, as long as the item's activation requirement is not met, the item will remain in this state indefinitely. Then apparently there's an addendum further down. Mystery Soup, just shut up. SCP-956 enters its active state when a human under the age of 12 years enters within blank meters of it. Approximately blank to blank seconds after entering the active zone, the child becomes unable to move, holding any stance they had at the time. The victim is incapable of motion or speech, although it remains alive, and its rapidly moving eye suggests that it retains awareness. SCP-956 moves towards the victim and bludgeons him or her, somehow, because it doesn't have hands, until the torso ruptures. What? SCP-956 moves towards the victim and bludgeons him or her until the torso ruptures. Upon breach, the victim's body discharges a large pile of unmarked candy, ranging from blank to blank pieces. Instances of this candy are designated as SCP-9561. When you SCP-956 repeats this for any other immobilized victims before returning to a docile state. A victim can be removed from SCP-956 activation range if retrieved promptly. Upon moving the victim blank meters away from it, SCP-956 returns to its passive state. The victim, however, shows no signs of recovering from its immobilized state and appears to remain in such a state indefinitely. Autopsies of unbroken victims show that their bodies are severely dehydrated, leaving them brittle. Autopsies also revealed that pieces of SCP-9561 had begun to grow out of the victim's organs until using the tissue as a component. The amount of SCP-9561 appears to be directly correlated to time spent in SCP-956's activation radius. So they basically turn into a piñata, and the other piñata goes and kills them! I do remember something similar. If anyone remembers Grisly Tales for Gruesome Kids, there was one story where this boy goes to a sweet shop and the guy dumps him in a massive pit of like paper mache or something, and he wakes up and he's used as like a statue for like clothes shops and stuff, but he still maintains his awareness. Like the only thing he can move is his eyes. But that would be scary as shit if that happened.
Yeah.
Just imagine that though. Like you sort of wake up one day, and the only thing you can move are your eyes. You literally can't move anything else.
That is horrifying.
That is scary. Right, who else? Victims' organs. Okay, SCP-9561's effects vary depending upon the age of the human consuming them. Humans at the age of 12 years or older go into a seizure within blank minutes of consumption. With a... Oh, so this is eating the sweet. Okay. With a blank % possibility of cardiac arrest. There is an approximate blank % chance of survival for such subjects. Animals suffer similar effects regardless of age. Children under the age of 12 undergo a different effect. They first enter a similar state to the immobilized victims of SCP-956, although they assume a standing stance, with their arms resting in front of them. Their body then data redacted. The process takes blank minutes to complete. Upon completion, the victim is transformed into another instance of SCP-956. These copies behave identically to SCP-956. There is a 0% chance of survival for the victim. Well, no shit, because they've turned into a piñata. So it's like, you kind of... If you stand near it, you slowly turn into like a half piñata, and then SCP-956 will kill you. But if you eat the candy, you will turn into a piñata. It's quite sad the fact that they know this. They must have tested this on children.
Oh, God.
Here we go. SCP-956 has recently begun to show locomotion outside of testing. It began to wander around its containment, tracing the perimeter of the room. It did this for about an hour before staring at a spot on the wall. Reviewer footage shows that it's faced the wall after deactivating during previous tests. Securities confirmed that SCP-956 is facing directly towards an elementary school. That school is blank kilometers away. Reclassification to Euclid status requested. Reclassification to Euclid status granted. If its effects appear to reach beyond its containment, it is to be retransferred to Site Blank, which should keep it far enough away from potential victims. Retrieve any paralyzed victims or SCP-9561 and administer Class A amnestics to witnesses and family. We don't need any more of these things around. 05 Blank. Wow. It just turns everyone into the pinatas.
Beware your pinata.
Apparently, it's called the Child Breaker. Giggity.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was this safe before? Right, let's do random number generator.
Yeah.
I'll do 1 to 2,000. That'll do. 1,703. Did anyone watch that Viva Pinata or something? That really weird. It was a video game, but then it became a show as well.
I watched it when I was younger.
This looks like an upside down light bulb.
The only thing I remember clearly about that show was the theme song.
I remember like there was a whole little lore thing because I only remember like watching one episode of it. Blood candy.
Yeah.
Okay, give me that and we'll read it after this one, lady. I haven't looked at the new update because I can't download updates because I can't get internet on my DS here. But what was it? Blah 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 blah. SCP stoof. Oh no, the pinata thing. Apparently, it was like when the pinatas got ill, they would sneeze candy, and apparently, if you eat another pinata's candy, that poses a high risk of getting ill as well.
Whoa.
But the pinatas have to keep eating candy, otherwise they'll get like really thin and sick. So they become anorexic, basically.
Jesus.
So here we go. Item SCP-1703, object class safe. SCP-1703 may be kept in a 35 centimeter x 35 centimeter x 35 centimeter fiberglass cube with walls at least 8 millimeters thick that is padded with a thin layer of black industrial foam on the outside. The interior of the cube is to be painted black with an opaque paint. The cube may be opened and closed with a metallic hinge mechanism. It may be kept locked with a simple combination lock and stored in secure storage among other safe SCPs. X-ray analysis may be conducted on the object at any time as long as it remains within the box, and the box is not opened. Experiments which involve removing SCP-1703 from its container require approval from the site director. Description: SCP-1703 is similar in appearance to a lit 60-watt incandescent light bulb. It was recovered from the wreckage of Blank Cold Spring Fitness Center following Incident 17031. An employee of the club that was absent during Incident 17031 reported that the object was already noted among the staff as being apparently impossible to turn off, but this was attributed to a faulty wiring rather than any anomalous properties. Due to the object being located in a high-traffic area, a decision was made to leave it alone until it burned out. Despite its appearance, SCP-1703 is not a light bulb at all, as it seems to lack any visible filament. Access to electricity has no observable effect on its function. The source of its glow is a walnut-shaped core, which has been determined to emit small amounts of radiation across the whole electromagnetic spectrum, the strongest being the visible light range. SCP-1703 weighs exactly as much as an ordinary light bulb of its size without filament. Little else is known about it at the time, as it is difficult to determine the core's features and composition without destructive testing. Side Director's note: attempts to remove the core from inside its hull are expressively prohibited at this time. Hello, Lori. How you doing? 942, okay. SCP-1703's anomalous effects acts on most solid and opaque objects illuminated directly by its visible light for at least 3 minutes and 17 seconds. It's just as specific as, like, Sonic.exe, isn't it? Like, with the timing.
Might as well be.
Just Sonic with a light bulb. Material. That's X's true weapon, the fucking light bulb. Materials transparent to visible light seem to be immune. Affected objects undergo a 2-week period, within which they will lose up to 20% of their weight, despite not actually losing any mass. Pardon me? Oh, did you? That's cool, Laurie. Approx once every 6 months, SCP-1703's glow rapidly, intensifies. Are you burping? Sorry. Into a brief, intense flash. No one can stop the light bulb. Is it true that BCP, by the way, recently narrated something called Yu-chan?
I think so, yeah.
What the fuck is you-chan?
I don't know. I didn't watch
See,
the
they're
video.
not even narrating like normal creepypastas anymore. It's just like troll pastas. All objects caught in the flash that were previously affected by SCP-1703 appear to become inversely affected by gravity. They fall upwards, accelerating or reaching terminal velocity as a regular object of a similar mass would in freefall. Due to being repelled by all gravitational fields, such objects eventually leave Earth's atmosphere and the solar system. SCP-1703 is completely immune to its own effect. About the deep web. Oh, fuck off. Are you taking the piss? Right, so incident 1703. Compiled by Agent Fisher, blank minutes after object recovery. Cold Springs Fitness Center is located 3 kilometers east of blank. It is approximately 500 meters away from the main road surrounded by trees. The privacy of the location, as well as rumors of unnaturally rapid strength growth, contributed to a recent surge in its popularity. Records show that in the last month, the number of active subscriptions had increased by 45%. That's brilliant! Initial readings show trace amounts of gamma radiation. The soil appears to be the source. Testing indicates that the area is unusually dust-free compared to surrounding areas. Most of the curbside around the club is disturbed due to the uprooting of a large number of trees. The displaced plants in various states of destruction are either lying in the parking lot or floating 20 to 5 centimeters in the air. Blank semi-buoyant objects blown away from the incident site by wind have to date been recovered and catalogued as SCP-17030001 through blank. Cleanup efforts ongoing. Oh my god. No, it's neither of them. Shush. Okay, well, send me it, Laurie, somehow, and I'll read it. Pavement in the parking lot area appears to have been torn off in rectangular strips. What? What, you mean like the paint that they used to mark out the parking spaces? That's just been all torn out. Areas of destruction. Sorry, and this is marked as safe? Areas of destruction outside the club are consistent with the position of windows, and SCP-1703's projected radiation through these windows from where it was originally installed as a light fixture. How would you give me the link to that? PM it to me on YouTube and I'll get it up. Areas of destruction outside the club are consistent with the positions of windows, and SCP-1703's projected radiation through these windows from where it was originally installed as a light fixture. The destruction radius extends to approximately blank meters from the object, although its electromagnetic radiation stays visible and coherent over much longer distances. A circle can be drawn around the incident location, connecting the furthest points of SCP-1703's effect. No, he just liked a certain tweet. As a gaming span, I like the same tweet, actually. I was quite shocked at that, but fuck it, I don't care. Most of the club's ceiling is missing. Intact beams show signs of metal fatigue, suggesting that the ceiling quickly sagged upwards and then was torn out. Walls are partially destroyed, those that previously have some object obscuring them from a direct line of sight, with SCP-1703's remaining intact. Interestingly, while some windows are shattered from the physical force following weight reversal of the surrounding architecture, they are all present and have not been affected by SCP-1703. The majority of the club's training equipment is also missing. A few devices hang off exposed beams and support structures that prevent them from falling into the sky. They are identified as being the most significant sources of residual gamma radiation in the area. The staff cafeteria seems to be the least damaged room in the building, where a salad table had been prepared. Oh, the salad was saved!
All is good in the world.
It was all a conspiracy to get rid of junk food. The cutlery and dishes, foods, and tables are fixed to the ceiling. Glasses and drinks are broken and spilled over the floor. All objects on the ceiling emit trace gamma radiation. The front door, made of glass, appears to have been deformed during structural shock. See, this is X's way of using its light bulb to stop people from eating junk food.
Oh, wow. Get this to all the overeaters who eat junk food right now.
No, Mystery Soup, it's not that. It's just... liking that tweet was a bit two-faced, to be honest. The front door, made of glass, appears to have been deformed during structural shocks, such that it becomes such that it becomes impossible to open. An approx 30 centimeters times 50 centimeter hole in the door has been made by an object thrown through the inside, as evidenced by broken glass pieces scattered outside. Pieces of clothing, tissue, and blood trailings upwards from the hole indicate that someone attempted to leave the already partially destroyed building through it. No survivors have been found. Blank persons were detected in the Earth's upper stratosphere, gradually accelerating away from the planet! Accounting for 86% of the attending club members and staff. The only creature living or otherwise recovered from the incident site was a dog that had been tied outside the front door, identified as belonging to a regular at the club. It was kept earthbound and was eventually strangled by its leash.
Jesus.
So it wasn't living! How is this sick? Yes, lady, you need to destroy it. Now, what was your 1946, was it? Somebody lady draw that. It's just like Sonic.exe holding a light bulb causing catastrophe. That's incredible. I love how we just make up our sort of own stories for this.
They're headcanons, that's what we're doing.
942.
We're adding our headcanons to canons. It's like what I do whenever I just watch a show I don't like, but I keep watching it anyway.
Hi, Queeb. Hi, Hook. Warehog, have you got another awesome fan fiction for us today, or are you just here to listen? Either way, welcome. It's very nice for you to be here. I'm actually going to consider drawing some artwork and put like a new group. So you've got Queen's Court, Creeps' Court. But I want a sort of secondary, like, neutral court, which would involve people like, you know, Lady, Warehog, Corvo, and all them. So, like, they wouldn't be, like, the main cast of my, like, thing, because that's why the people are there, because they've been in videos and stuff. But they'd be, like, you know, there, still. They make things, but they're neutral, so they don't, like, particularly take a side. Wouldn't that be cool?
Dear Lord.
Yes, Amy, that'll be awesome. You have the fan fiction. Oh, you can't send me a link. Hang on, let me go on. You haven't done that yet.
Oh.
Right. Twitch then.
To Twitch.
To Twitch.
Yeah, they haven't done the website in a while. So, chat, how are you guys doing?
Oh, you're finally interacting with them.
Oh, excuse me for trying for once.
Okay.
Oh, wait, never mind. I did finish it.
Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance. Everything sucks and nothing works. It's like logged me out of everything. What the fudgeroons? I've got to log back in. Okay, log in. Insane like normal. You, Yukuk, my true love. Yuck, tell her about your day.
My day? It's been pretty boring. I've been running around, mostly.
Right, can I...
I've
got an idea. When I call Harry, I'm going to put the stream as unlisted. So then you guys can still watch it, but if he tries to search it up to see if I'm prank calling him, he won't be able to see it. Alright, here we go. Oh, I don't have a new one. Okay, that's kind of sad. I told Naum about these newer fanfictions, and he's actually quite shocked that like Warehog's still carrying on, because we were reading Piplup's fanfiction, which we haven't done in ages on the stream, and Naum felt really bad because he realized when he was reading it that she'd included characters of like the people who just don't turn up to streams anymore. So he realized like how long he's been putting it off for.
Jesus.
Story of Seasons, Trio of Towns.
Where's Kirbster? The description of the video says that we adopt Kirbster, but Kirbster's not here.
Yeah, where is Kirbster? Yeah, I got Kirbster and I gave him a little black wig. That was cute. I think Kirbster's refused to turn up because he's so ashamed after last week.
Oh.
Okay, next SCP-942, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-9422 is to be stored in a locked safe deposit box at Site Blank's low-risk object storage. Access is to be limited to experiments with written permission even, from the current 942 lead researcher. And that's currently Dr. Ian Blunt. Wizard Fox. Yes, he is the Wizard Fox. Any personnel affected by SCP-9421 must remain within Foundation-controlled facilities at all times. Contact with civilians, personnel without Level 2 clearance on SCP-942, and other anomalous items is strictly forbidden for affected personnel. Affected personnel to be given a higher priority for psychological screening and aid. Any civilians affected by 9421 are to be recruited or terminated with suitable cover stories or by case basis. If additional instances of 9422 are encountered, the object is to be retrieved as soon as possible and the surrounding area checked for affected subjects. Destruction of additional instances of SCP-9422 is authorized if retrieval proves infeasible. My apologies, I really need a drink.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Get yourself a drink. Now, what are we going to do?
Right, SCP-9421. Well, what's 942 itself? Damn it. SCP-9421, then, are coloured gumballs of standard 2.53 centimeter size. From the moment an instance of SCP-9421 is ingested, the consumer's bodily fluids will take on the appearance of blood upon leaving the subject's body. So you pee blood, basically. Oh, there's Kirbster.
Oh, yep. Kirbster.
The fluids will coagulate like normal blood and are indistinguishable from blood by sight, smell, or touch. However, observation by means other than the aforementioned, such as chemical analysis or infrared spectroscopy, will indicate the original substance. Other than coagulation, the fluids show no anomalous reactions or chemical processes. The subject's actual blood and the properties of bodily fluids while remaining inside the body appear to be unaffected. The nasal cavity and the surface of the eye are not entirely free from the effect, resulting in the appearance of bloodshot eyes, tears of blood, and a consistent low-intensity nosebleed in affected subjects. Regions prone to sweating, such as toes or armpits, will be covered nearly perpetually in crusts of dry blood, and affected subjects have reported considerable discomfort during urination. Ew.
Excuse me. What? Huge meme.
That's not the huge meme. I would love the fanfic werehog. Yes, please. Subjects have been known to suffer panic attacks after exposure. It's believed that these are reactions to the effects of the object and not caused by the object itself. This includes panic attacks where subjects will attempt to remove the excess blood, in some cases leading to severe bodily harm and dehydration. SCP-9422 is a small bubblegum dispenser from home use for a model produced by Redacted. SCP-9422 is an unremarked in all respects other than its apparently infinite supply of SCP-9421. Preliminary testing has shown that the dispenser can be damaged normally, and it's primarily composed of an unremarkable plastic. Due to the ease of containment, destructive testing has been halted to avoid negating the anomalous effects. Research into how the dispenser refills its supply of SCP-9422 is ongoing. The words, "Try something different today, sweet and candy red," are engraved on the underside. Nice. That was a cute one. Right, run the number generator.
That was adorable.
Well, hang on, let me get the fanfiction up first, and then we can carry on.
Oh my god, that's gonna drive me nuts.
Oh, but she hasn't, or he, or she, or whatever hasn't sent it yet. It's Yak Yak! Hey!
Yay!
Maybe I should do that. Everything wrong with like Jeff the Killer or something like that. Like I know Show with No Name's kind of done something like that, but it'll be funny. The only problem is like I don't have any of those fancy things. I've only got Movie Maker, so I wouldn't be able to like put the timer in like Norm does. Yeah, blood candy is always cute. Yeah, it's Willy Wonka makes all the food SCPs.
Oh my god. This is going to drive me nuts.
I'm just waiting for fan function. But it ain't coming. Where is it? Like oh. Whoa, 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 mysterious girl. Oh yeah, the gummy bears one. That'd be awesome. The Candyman can. The Candyman can, cause he mixes it with blood and makes the world taste like carnage. Right, 1220. Oh, bloody hell. What is this? Oh, I like this. Okay. SCP-1220, object class safe. Special containment procedures. Well, SCP-1220, I just said 1226, I'm a dumbass, is to be contained in 3 compact cassette cases, clearly marked with their designation. The cases will be sealed with tamper-evident paper and stored in a locking drawer alone with all research notes pertaining to them. The pizza and coffee machine are mine, not the Candyman. Yeah, it's just like Willy Wonka comes and tries to steal it from you, lady. Wonka's chocolate. You just reach out and take it. Due to the sensitive nature of SCP-1220, any recording of spoken SCP-1220 may not be digitized without permission from 3 personnel ranking level 4 or higher. If it is to be digitized, the data is to be stored on a computer with no or disabled network capacity to prevent unauthorized access to SCP-1220. Pending further review, no personnel are permitted to expose themselves or others to SCP-1220. Willy Wonka, the murder man. You send the fan fiction. Okay, I'll read it after this, Swearhog. Description. SCP-1220 is an unknown, possibly dead language. It does not appear to belong to any known language family. It is a tonal language, similar to Mandarin, and shares a similar compounding structure for forming complex words. However, the number of phonemes using SCP-1220 are far in excess of those used in any other language. Oh crap, I just snapped the band I was playing with. Whoops. Some phonemes recorded appear to be unique, such as phoneme blank, chirp A. Several of the phonemes are utterances which the human vocal apparatus was not meant to accommodate, yet the only known native speaker seems to have no difficulty reproducing them multiple times in rapid succession. Do you have an English, bro? He tries and he'll feel my sharp clusters back. It's like doing artwork of that lady versus fucking Willy Wonka. And just see who makes the best SCPs. But they all have to be like food related. The only known recording.
Oh, wow.
The only known recording of SCP-1220 is a set of 3 cassette tapes containing 2 hours and 34 minutes of recording. The recording is of a linguistic survey with an elderly woman. Interviewer begins by identifying the woman as one Miss Blank and states that she is one of the last native speakers of a language identified only as Blank. The interviewer goes on to explain that Miss Blank has offered to tell a story in her native language and wants more in English. His explanation complete, the interviewer sets the recorder down on the table and Miss Blank begins to tell the story. Once she has completed the story in SCP-1220, she repeats it once again in English and the tape ends. The story is a variant on the global flood story present in many Mediterranean cultures. The story outlines a great flood that covered the world and one man who survived. So Noah's Ark!
Oh, God. This is just Noah's Ark?
My SCP
Why?
is a plate of pancakes that will never run out. That'll be kick-ass, lady. They'd have
Well,
sugar. It'd be delicious. The man, finding himself in a barren world, scooped up several handfuls of clay and instructed them on their new purpose, whereupon the clay erupted into a handful of wheat, an ox, another human being, and data expunged. Recorded instances of SCP-1220, such as those on the tape, appear to be inert for safer study. However, when a living subject vocalizes an SCP-1220, a zone of anomalous space is produced. The mechanism behind this production of this zone is as yet undetermined, though the result is consistent with all test subjects. The zone has been measured extending as far away as 10 meters from the speaker, though the zone is generally smaller, averaging at a sphere with a radius of 2 meters. The exact nature of the zone is dependent on the nature of the utterance. This property was discovered by Dr. Blank, 11220, whatever, who on the 5th of September, 19 blank, no, not even blank, it's just a blank date, pronounced morpheme blank fire, whereupon the sleeve of his coat began to smoulder. Dr. Blank was treated for second-degree burns, and the coat has been placed in containment, where it continues to smoulder. Following the incident, strict precautions were instated regarding access to SCP-1220, and testing proper began. For more information, refer to attached test logs. So, I think I'll skip the test logs, but it's like, they speak this language, but certain words that are said, like fire or like something, will cause a reaction.
Ooh.
So So it's like a magic
You
spell,
say
really.
something. You say something that can cause bodily harm to you, aka anything, and it will cause bodily harm to you.
I do, James. I do know her. Why? Did she send me over here? Or did she send you over here? What should we read next? I could do my self-replicating cake. The problem is I'd need to keep eating the cake and I don't want to get fat. Really? Oh, cool. Nice to have you here. We will treat you with love and cookies, even though Corvo's not here. Lauren was actually a friend of mine who, when I was in secondary school, we got the bus together because, like, she was in the school next to mine, and she was in the year above. But we were really good friends. And she came to see me, like, when I did my shows and stuff. It was all cool. Bulbary Dudley and Devon Dudley. Oh no, Shadow! I don't say that. It was going so well. Oh my god! I actually do have cookies. They're not double fudge cookies, but they're like double chocolate chip cookies. Nom.
Gives the cookies.
Cookies. Right. Next one. This is 67. I think we may have read this one.
Oh. Oh yeah, the fanfiction.
Huh? Is it?
No, the fanfiction.
Fanfiction. Yeah, sorry, I'm a dumbass. I still don't have it. Where have you sent it to me?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because it will normally show up on my Twitch thing if they sent it there, but they haven't.
Maybe you have a refresh or something?
That's what I'm doing.
Alright.
Give me a cookie, Foxy Stuffing. Double chocolate donuts. Ugh. I think with donuts it'll be a bit too sweet for me. Come on. It's just taking forever to load. I don't have it. Like, you haven't sent it. It's not here, I swear. It's just not here. Are you sure you sent it to the right person?
Yeah. Things like that tend to happen a lot.
I will send the shit out of it. I'll read the shit out of the fanfic.
Oh god, no.
Oh god, yes.
I'm sorry. This has to be retweeted
Why?
right now. Because somebody says, real talk, not making YouTube videos is way more fun than making YouTube videos. Somebody replies with, but is having made YouTube videos more fun than having made no YouTube videos? Sorry, but that just has to be retweeted.
Yummy dinner time for me. Yes, food. The Canadian in me needs donuts. In fact, speaking of food, I'm going to eat this other sausage roll I have. Because I'm hungry.
Oh. What are we doing now?
Nom!
Okay, I'm sorry. This has to be said. Please tell me Kirbster. Yes, he is still here. Kirbster, are you is there like an auto tweet thing for this that you keep doing here? It's just this Morpher Leo thing, and it's kind of annoying. What the fuck is this?
Ah, bit my rep!
Rep.
Yeah, so I did, Liz. I still don't have no fan fiction.
Ugh. We will wait around, and we will wait patiently for this. Fan fiction.
Foon fiction.
You are waiting.
This week, when my
carefully.
French teacher told the class to put the iPads away, instead he said, please put away the pot noodles. What?
Excuse me?
Because why not? I still don't have the fan fiction, so we'll read 6, 7 for now. Oh wait, have I read 6, 7 already? Oh, I think, yeah, it's that pen that brings things to life.
It's the magic pencil from SpongeBob. That's an SCP.
Pretty much, yeah. I think I've read this one. Yeah, I'll do another one.
What do we have?
1932.
1932. Let's see here.
Sorry. What the hell is this? It's a slide! Ah, yay!
I'm gonna link you to something post stream, because the way you said that reminded me of something.
Kirbster, check your damn Discord. I just got a Skype message. Shit, hang on. Who's messaging me on Scoop? Oh, it's
Kirbster.
It's Kirbster. Thank you, Kirbster. From Warehog, you Twinkie. I did want SpongeBob Drawn to Life, and I asked for it for Christmas. And instead they gave me the normal Drawn to Life.
which by no means is a bad game.
Okay, Are you gonna read this as well?
Yeah.
Right,
Sure.
you can be Eugene then.
Wait, hold up. I didn't get the fanfic.
What, you didn't? Oh, fuck.
It's sent to you, strictly to you.
You just said you have it!
No, I thought you were talking about the SCP.
Oh, you told Dick. Right, hang on, I'll send it to you. Okay,
Right.
now let's click on it and read it. You're down,
Okay.
goofus. Okay.
Could you please open? Thank you.
So you can be Eugene. As we last off, the Werehog and Eugene were in a high-stakes battle against the Queen of Kaiser. If the two boys win, then Eugene gains his dignity back and the Werehog becomes captain of the royal guard. But if Wait, what? Hang on 2 diddly darn seconds. We've already read this one, you twonk! We read this one last time! I thought this was a brand new one!
Oh my god, this is
What?
the last one.
Well, thanks for that. That was very nice. Lovely story. We've already read this one. But last month! That was ages ago.
Jeez. Oh lord. Ugh.
Hang on, I'm just reading things. Aww. Hang on, I'm just reading this. It's quite sweet.
Oop. You're reading through the whole thing. What is going on here? Oh.
That's adorable. My friend Hannah, who recently lost both her parents, she and her brothers, they're going to be allowed to stay in their family home because they raised enough money from the public.
Oh.
That's so good. For the guys who actually retweeted that when I was telling you guys about that, thank you so much, because the support those guys got was fucking amazing, and they deserve every bit of it because those guys are amazing. Okay. Anyways.
Yep.
I asked so many times and no one responded. We read it last time. You're not an asshole and you're not an idiot. It's okay. I thought you'd written a brand new one, but go on, Warehog, go write a brand new one about Sonic.exe coming in with the light bulb one, which I can't remember which number it was. No, you're not leaving. You're staying right here, and you're gonna get inspiration right here, and it's gonna be good. Okay, item SCP
The thing with all
919.
that, you know what?
What?
When that picture is made, it's going to make me laugh much more than you will.
Fucking yeah. I might draw it myself, actually. It just depends if I can get good or something. Right.
You know, when you play one shot, you will understand why I'm laughing more than you.
Yeah. It's just like Sonic trying to like cause carnage and then just Lady lunging at the light bulb. Well, I'll get your ass back here. Okay, item SCP-1932. Pardon me. Object class safe. SCP-1932 is temporarily contained on site until a more permanent method of containment is found. As components of SCP-1932 do not exhibit anomalous effects when removed, even if reattached, relocation of SCP-1932 is not considered feasible at this time. I'm just going to ignore that. Temporary containment measures consist of standard 3-meter high construction area fencing around the perimeter of SCP-1932. The area should be patrolled by no fewer than 3 guards at any one time under the cover of construction workers. Due to the anomalous effects of SCP-1932, it is currently believed highly unlikely that these containment measures will fail. However, the urban location of SCP-1932 makes an off-site permanent containment considerably more desirable. Update: as of the events of blank blank 2013, designated incident 1932 Alpha, all exploration of SCP-1932 is suspended. See Addendum B. Description: SCP-1932 is a set of playground equipment located in the London borough of blank. Oh, it's in the UK. Hey!
Oh, joy!
Maybe Naum isn't behind it all after all. In fact, no. Maybe he sent this one to destroy me.
And he sent 610 to destroy Russia.
Yeah. Naum, I see your ways. In a small open grassy area. It consists of 3 main pieces, designated as 1 to 3. SCP-19321 is the largest piece of equipment and comprises 2 wooden towers approximately 2.5 meters in height, connected by a bridge composed of wooden slats laid across the base of iron chains. A chute 3 meters in length extends from one of the towers. SCP-19322 is a set of monkey bars, a wooden frame 5 meters in length and 1 meter in width, with regularly spaced metal loops for swinging along. SCP-19323 is a pair of wooden swings suspended from a wooden frame by a rope. For a more detailed description and photographs of all equipment, see the document. SCP-1932's anomalous effects present themselves when any of the structures are interacted with by persons under the age of 16. Why 16?
Let's see here.
Who universally find the play equipment much more intimidating than it is in actuality. Maybe because the age where you technically become an adult in the UK is 16. You get more.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, you do. You get like a lot more rights when you turn 16, as opposed to like in America. In America. Yeah, he sent 914 to drive Yuk Yuk insane.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, guys, if you're watching this here, we were playing card Jitsu, and this is Shadow White I'm up against, and he was using cheats so he could see what cards I was playing. Well, actually, no, it's not this one, but I think it was one of them he was using cheats. The dick. Shadow White, your penis. Okay, who's universally find the play equipment much more intimidating than it is in actuality. The perceived safety and desirability of the equipment is in direct proportion to the age of the perceiver. Persons approaching the age of 16 view it with only little suspicion, and younger children experience extreme terror when observing SCP-1932. These effects extend to moving and static images of the equipment, although with diminished effect. See test 1932A through H for interview logs and test results. So, if you're coming up to 16, you'll be like, you know that there's something wrong with it, but if you're a little kid, you're going to be shit scared of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, he used them against me as well, Kirbster. Remember, it's always better when you admit it afterwards. Oh, Christ. Okay. These effects, yeah, done that. SCP-1932 shows signs of disrepair consistent with blank months of disuse, such as small amounts of lichen on the wooden components and rust on its metal parts. But despite this, all components were proven to be in complete working order and safe for use when tested by Foundation personnel. Addendum. Through investigation of material samples taken, SCP-1932 has revealed that all of its surfaces present above the ground are coated in a thin layer of an unidentified substance, in patterns which suggest it is the remnants of a liquid applied to the equipment which has since dried. This substance consists primarily 82% of urea, with the remainder taken up by a variety of unidentified biochemicals. Testing on this substance is scheduled to begin on the 18th of March, or I'm guessing the other one, the 3rd of... definitely the 18th of March, 2001, blank. Addendum. Exploratory testing was authorized in 2013 using D8413 as a test subject, supervised by researcher Grant. D8413 was chosen for the genetic conditions he was afflicted with, which is given in the approximated mental age of 6 years, and for his traceability and obedience. Previous testing determined that he was affected by SCP-1932's effects. D8413 is equipped with a two-way communication headset. Right, UBD, I'll be researcher Grant.
Alright. Where are we going?
We're going to a play park.
Can I play?
There's just a couple of small things we want you to do first, and then you can play as much as you like. Hey, Max. Hey, nice to see you. Right, D8413 is led through the perimeter and towards SCP-1932. He appears unsettled and requires a reasonable amount of convincing to climb up on 19321. He remarks upon the height of it and how long it would take him to get to the top. It takes him 17 seconds to reach the first platform of SCP-19321.
Wow, that took a long time. You guys are so far down. It's really cold up here.
You sound like Show when he was in Laughing Jack doing the little boy voice.
By the way, did you actually check out that video of what I think Show would sound like if he had a better microphone?
Oh, I forgot. I'll do it after the stream. Here we go. Note, ambient air temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. You don't need to shout. We can hear you through the headset. Well done for climbing all the way up. I'm going to pass you up a tape measure. I want you to hold on it. And then tell me what the number says, okay?
How will you get... Oh, okay. The little red number says a 2 and then a 3 and then a 8.
The show of the blackmail. They're all red, not just the 2.
They're all red.
No, this appears to indicate that the platform is 238 meters in height. Jesus! So for him, it, is that tall, but it's not that tall.
Can I, I know this is going to sound really, really, really mean, but I feel like I have to ask this question. So what's it going to be, kids? Somersault, backflip?
I don't know.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds, I just need to plug my other charger in.
Alright.
Oh, there we go, right.
My line anyway.
Okay, so it's your line again.
Alright. Can I come down now? It's really scary up here. It really smells. And there's all this sticky, greeny, brown stuff.
Not just yet. Can you cross over the bridge to the other platform, please?
The bridge? It's really broken. All the bits of wood are missing.
It's definitely safe, D8413. Please cross. D8413 begins to very slowly cross the bridge. At approximately a third of the way across the bridge, he stops and looks nervously over his shoulder.
I don't like this. I'm going to crawl. It's safer.
D8413 gets on his hands and knees. Halfway across the bridge, he stops.
Stop shaking the bridge, you guys. It's not funny. It's scary.
We're not shaking the bridge, D8413. You're completely safe. Please continue to the other side. D8413 does not respond and starts rocking from side to side, making the bridge shake slightly. D8413 does not respond. D8413, please respond. You may return back across the bridge if you like. D8413 still does not respond and resumes rocking faster and faster until the motion is sufficient for him to fall off the bridge onto the sandy floor beneath. His body impacts the floor with much greater force than expected. Testing confirms that D8413 has deceased, and cause of death is determined to be blunt force trauma consistent with a fall from over 200 meters in height. So he kind of makes himself fall at the distance where he thinks he is. That's scary.
His own brain killed him. essentially.
That's actually really interesting. I like it. Right, next one
Yeah.
is 292.
It's all 92. Huh?
Yeah. 292. Ooh, it's an hourglass. There we go.
Fantastic.
This one's quite short. Okay. Object class Euclid. It's a conspiracy. It's a paradox. Yug's laughter is pre-recorded. He plays it when he thinks someone is telling a joke. Wow, Yug, you total dick. Yes, I would love to read it, Laurie. Send it to me
Sorry,
somehow.
I'm looking for my tape recorder. That was supposed to be funny.
Okay, SCP-292 is to be kept at Site-72 in a guarded room in a locked padded container set up to avoid movement or damage to SCP-292. Access to SCP-292 is prohibited without Level 3 authorization. Site personnel must report all incidents of deja vu or related symptoms to Site administration. SCP-292 is a 60-second brass hourglass, 10 centimeters tall. When all of its sand is at the bottom and SCP-292 is flipped over, only two outcomes have ever been observed. Either the sand runs out, normally after 1 minute, or SCP-292 is knocked over on its side. If SCP-292 is knocked over, anomalous properties do not again manifest until all the sand in SCP-292 is in one bulb. At no time has SCP-292 ever been observed to be flipped over a second time within 60 seconds, except when knocked over as above. Anytime SCP-292 is upright and all of its sand is in the bottom bulb, and the subject attempts to flip SCP-292 over with the intent to flip it again before all of its sands run out, the subject and people nearby suddenly experience deja vu. The intensity of deja vu is inversely proportional to a person's distance from 292. The subject is often momentarily stunned by the experience. Persons experiencing deja vu from the same effect often describe similar recalled experiences. By Kirbster! It is believed that when SCP-292 is flipped over, a process has started in which if SCP-292 is flipped again before its sands run out, time flows in reverse to a point a couple seconds later before SCP-292 was initially flipped. Time
loop.
Time then flows forward again as if SCP-292 were never flipped. Deja vu would thus be a side effect of this process. Prolonged exposure to SCP-292 can cause nausea, migraines, vertigo, hallucinations, seizures, and symptoms consistent with temporal disjunction. So somatic, psychological, or both. Addendum. Procedure. Subject 03101 was instructed to flip SCP-292 over, and then shoot Subject 03102 to death and flip SCP-292 back over before it runs out. The Big Bang Theory, but the laugh track is replaced with Yuk's laughter.
You wish. You wish you'd be that fortunate.
The results. As Subject 1 reached for SCP-292, both Subject as well as other personnel in the area reported feeling deja vu. Subject 1 exhibited elevated levels of adrenaline, while Subject 2 exhibited pronounced apprehension in the presence of Subject 01. Addendum 2. Procedure. Subject 04601 was instructed to flip SCP-292 over, wait 30 seconds, and flip it back over. When deja vu was experienced, Subject 04602 was instructed to do the same thing. When deja vu was experienced a second time, Subject 04603 was instructed to do the same thing. Results. As Subject 1 reached for SCP-292, all subjects experienced deja vu as expected. Subject 2 hesitated and was instructed to flip SCP-292. While reaching for SCP-292, Subject 2 fell to his knees. Subject 1 doubled over, and Subject 3 staggered. Subject 3 was instructed to flip SCP-292, and as he reached, all subjects appeared to exhibit temporal shock. Then it says IBIT, which I don't know what that means. IBIT? Yeah. I sounded like the Beatles then. For 10 to 15 seconds before falling unconscious. Temporal symptoms subsided within 5 to 7 days, while visual and audio hallucinations persisted for several months more. Addendum 3. While preparing for Experiment 29275, Dr. Blank suddenly clutched SCP-292 to his chest and reported that he'd just experienced deja vu. Dr. Blank said that he felt like he was about to drop SCP-292, and if he did, something bad would happen. Dr. Blank has hypothesized that Dr. Blank had indeed dropped SCP-292, but instead of breaking, SCP-292 reversed the flow of time until a moment before it was dropped. If SCP-292 does in fact possess a self-preservation system, the potential consequences, data expunged. Everything wrong with Jeff the Killer, it exists.
It really does. I've seen it.
Reclassification to Euclid approved. 2000 blank. Until more information in SCP-292 properties can be gathered and analyzed. Well, that was boring. It's just a stupid egg timer. Next is 107.
It's the universal remote from Gumball, basically. I love what they did with that.
What is this?
What?
I've looked up 107 and it's like some weird upside down mushroom thing. Oh, this one's... I'm not doing this one. It's too long. 1633. Ooh, what this? The most dangerous video game. Oh no, is this the one we've already read? I think we've
Excuse me, but have we?
I think. We read something similar. No, that was the roleplay one, actually. We haven't read this one. Let's read it! Oh, yes!
Right, what's the number again?
1633. Object class safe. Oh, the most dangerous video game is object class safe.
Contained.
Right. Special containment procedures. One copy of SCP-1633 is to be stored on a standard DVD-ROM in a secure storage locker in Site-15, along with all supporting documentation and ancillary materials. Individuals wishing to run tests on SCP-1633 must submit a request in writing to head researcher Dr. Berger. Testing will only be conducted with on-site computers, which meet all requirements laid out in document SCP-1633 HS01. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to prank call Harry this week because he might not be able to go to Game of Disco anyway, but we'll come up with an alternative. Don't worry. This includes, but is not limited to, a processor capable of that. Okay. These computers may be used for extended testing periods, up to 6 months, but the hard drive must be wiped and all components destroyed at the conclusion of testing. It's Sonic.exe! So this is... SCP-1633 is Sonic.exe's home. He uses his light bulb to destroy things in order to get rid of junk food, which in effect is all of Lady's SCPs and all of Willy Wonka's SCPs.
There is no winner. There is only the light bulb.
Well, there's no point prank calling Shadow White if he's here already. No individual save file may be played beyond the end of Act 3 in the game's storyline without special authorization by Dr. Berger. Prior to this point, the game save and accompanying PTD file must be erased. Description: SCP-1633 is a computer game created by the now defunct independent game studio, blank blank. The copy in Foundation possession is a beta version of the game. The core gameplay is relatively complete, but there are numerous incomplete aspects. Certain art assets are missing. There are various graphical issues. The music is either missing or just placeholder music, and so forth. As this version of the game was compiled 2 days before the Foundation raided the blank blank offices on blank blank 2001 blank, it is presumed that this is the most complete version of the game in existence. The source of the anomalous properties of the game, as well as major selling points in the game pre-release advertising, are its so-called tactical heuristic algorithms. After a player saves their games and quits, a background process will begin running on the player's computer. Footnote says... What does this footnote say? Oh, just documents. The process, while consuming a large portion of the computer resources, is not in itself harmful to the functioning of the computer and can be forcibly closed at any time. This will prevent the creation of a PTD file. When the process completes, either a new file is created in the save folder as the player's game save with the file extension PTD, or an existing PTD file is updated. According to supporting documentation, the file extension stands for Player Tactical Data. When a player loads an existing save file with an associated PTD file, enemies in the game will become more intelligent and effective, with the increase approximately proportionate to the total amount of time spent playing. And then 5 is, if a player attempts to load a save file created by a different player, the game will pause after several minutes and prompt the player to load their own file or start a new game, rather than use somebody else's. This is not thought to be an anomalous effect, rather than the game's pattern recognition capabilities are such that even small differences of playstyle will be interpreted as a player attempting to use a different saved game. More like Sonic.exe boyfriend.
Nope. No.
Oh wait, they did that last stream. What are you talking about? Hey, shut up, you want to be on a stream? Just kidding. Initially, this will result in a more challenging game experience, with the enemies adapting to a player's preferred weapons, strategies, and overall playstyle. However, given enough time, the enemies become aware of the existence of the player and begin to attack him or her, rather than the characters in the game. Typical progression is as follows. Note that there may be significant variation in how long it takes the enemies to adapt to a particular player. Roughly speaking, the more capable the player, the quicker the game's intelligence will increase. These times are approximate and are based on recorded times for average players. If you play it for 0 to 2 hours, enemies lack even basic strategic intelligence, will charge the player characters regardless of weapon equipped, environment, the presence of cover, etc. 2 to 5 hours, enemies begin adapting their tactics to the environment and the weapon they carry. For example, enemies with short-range weapons will attempt to move closer to the player characters before attacking, and in engagements or at long range, they will seek cover. At this stage, enemies are roughly equal in skill to an untrained civilian. 5 to 8 hours, enemies begin to counter an individual player's preferred strategies. For example, they will attack a player who uses long-range weaponry from cover with grenades or splash damage weapons and force them out of the open. They will use environmental features offensively and defensively, for instance, laying traps at choke points or setting up ambushes in killbox zones. At this stage, enemies are roughly equal in skill to a trained human soldier. 8 to 12 hours. Enemies begin using tactics, which affect the player instead of the characters. At some point, enemies seem to become aware that the player characters are being controlled by an outside intelligence and adjust their strategies accordingly. Rather than attacking the player characters, enemies may instead position themselves to block the player's view. Enemies have been seen acting in a glitched manner, repeatedly walking into the walls, performing the same action again and again, freezing in place, waiting until the player dismisses them as a threat, then attacking. In one play section, enemies use multiple day flash spells, a spell which causes a bright blinding flash of light, in every engagement, varying the pattern and time each time. Eventually, they develop a strobing pattern which will highly disorient the player and ultimately cause it to suffer a grand mal seizure. Well, that's a bit extreme.
Wow. The D&D players on this.
Play dumb and you'll be safe in the game. Enemies begin attacking the players psychologically. Specific modes of attack are varied widely, as the game tailors its attack to each player's psychological makeup. Facing a player who micromanaged his characters with a fine degree of control, enemies used attacks which did little or no damage but caused the characters to become dazed, a state which temporarily disrupts player control. However, rather than attack the dazed characters, enemies simply surround them in a crowd, continually using daze attacks to prevent the player from doing anything. The subsequent near-total loss of control has noticeable effect on the player's ability to focus. In another example, enemies kidnapped one of the player's characters and quickly dragged them off screen. Later in the level, the player discovered the corpse of this character on a makeshift altar, being continually attacked with groups of enemies. This has no further effect, apart from a continual blood splatter graphic being applied to the room's floor and walls, but visibly disturb the player. Joke's on you, game. My mind is broken. You can't break it anymore. A new season of Pokemon Rusty. Fucking yes. I used to love that.
Yes.
Whitey says he can't be at the stream tomorrow. That is quite sad. Hello, Ikazel. I might need... Yuk, you might have to come on stream tomorrow with, like, Kirbster or someone.
Oh, what are we doing tomorrow?
Sam and Max hit the road.
I have no idea what that is.
You know, the dog and the bunny.
Nope.
Whatever. Right, game information. SCP-1633 is the third-person squad-based action RPG, played using the mouse and keyboard. The player characters are visible on the screen, with the player seeing the game from an elevated perspective. The player controls a squad of 4 characters, with direct control over 1 character at a time, and a command menu to control the other 3. Development notes indicate that the game was intended to have a cooperative mode in which up to 4 players would each control one of the 4 squad members. This feature is not present in the build held by the Foundation. Each character has a different speciality. The marksman uses long-range weapons, the alchemist has access to potions and chemicals with various effects, the rogue can move stealthily and assassinate enemies, and the thug has greater health than the other characters and does more melee damage. Experience gained from killing enemies and completing objectives can be used to upgrade various skills and attributes of the characters. Hey again, Kirbster. This game is in a steampunk world populated by various fantasy races: humans, dwarves, orcs, goblins, etc. I was picturing it to be sort of like a Soldier-type game, like Fallout or something.
Oh, wow.
Steam-powered...
Fallout SCP. They made Death Claws.
There is no god.
Oh my god. No. What is that place? The big open in Fallout New Vegas. It's just an SCP facility.
We're gonna have to skip over a lot of this footage now.
Oh boy.
Only because I've just realised it's been on pause for quite a while. So
Yeah.
okay. Each character has a different. No, read that part. Steam-powered and clockwork technology exists alongside magic. Urban areas primarily modelled after Victorian-era London. Fuck yeah, England! The player's characters are a band of criminals who have been recruited by the Archduke of Baldric to investigate a theft. Over the course of the game, they discover that an ancient godlike entity called Krithna is attempting to escape from millennia of imprisonment and devour the world. Testing logs. Test 1. Subject. Junior researcher Ross. Notes. Ross was an avid and experienced video game player. His eagerness to test the SCP, which caused him to break with procedure and skip D-class testing, has been noted on his record. Observations. After 47 minutes of regular gameplay, Ross began attempting to discover glitches or exploits in the game engine in order to complete the game more quickly. He found several, including a method of moving his character 33% faster than normal and a way to use a skill multiple times in a row without waiting through a cooldown period. Ross ended his first gameplay session after 2 hours 12 minutes, partway through Act 1. On starting up his game the next day, Ross immediately noted the improved enemy intelligence. His notes indicate that enemies were using their weapons more effectively and that they were attacking him in groups with mixed attacks capabilities. He played for 1 hour and 33 minutes, saving the game at the end of Act 1. During the third play session, enemies began using glitches in the game engine to attack Ross's character. Some of these were exploits that had previously been discovered and used by Ross. Others were discovered independently. Ross was surprised by this, but continued playing for a further 2 hours and 50 minutes. Ross's fourth and final play session ended after 7 minutes. He began by chasing a group of enemies into an area he had previously visited. Upon entering a building, 2 enemies dropped a prepared crates of characters in the game, such as a way to drop them beneath in the game's world. In this area, the game's physics were slightly different, allowing a group of waiting enemies to float Ross's character into an infinite empty space. After several minutes attempting to regain control, Ross quit the game in frustration. D-Class steals the game and uses it to post YouTube videos. We need to come up with a name for this.
Help us! Help us!
Fallout SCP, we're going to call this game. Because it doesn't have a name. Okay, this is...
It is, what is that thing called?
So,
it's called the Cazador.
mm.
Fuck that thing. I hate those.
So next one is test subject 2. D22930. D has extreme anger management issues and was placed in the D-class program following the murder of his girlfriend. Well, fuck me, Amadeus. I don't know why, but I just pictured Eugene then, and I feel like a total asshole. No, we'll picture Evil Clone instead, because Evil Clone would never do that, but still, he's the evil one. D22930 progressed through the game was slow and largely unremarkable, fitting the standard pattern closely. He played for a total of 13 hours 44 minutes with 4 breaks to save and reload the game. Upon loading the game for the 5th time, D22930 found that enemies were no longer attacking his characters. Large group of enemies would rush towards the character, drop their weapons and pose themselves in postures of surrender, hands in the air, kneeling, prostrating themselves before the player, etc. D killed these enemies as he had previously until the group grew numerous that he was spending several minutes to move to an equivalent of 10 feet. He became progressively more enraged that the enemies were not playing fair and tried to run through these groups using the bull rush skill, a non-lethal skill used by the thug to rush forward, pushing aside enemies in the way. Individual enemies then began attacking his character, always from an angle such that he could not identify the attacker in the crowd. He became increasingly frustrated and attempted to break the keyboard, at which point the entire group became hostile and killed his character en masse without weapons. Does Evil Clone have a square face? Why don't you ask Eugene? He will know.
He has a... No, his face is a triangle.
I see no love for a dodecahedron face. Yeah, just Evil Clone is a Minecraft character.
Oh, God.
Okay, test 14. Agent Blank. Agent Blank, before joining the Foundation, was a member of Blank Military and eventually the Blank Special Forces. She thus had extensive real-world experience with small unit tactics. Observations. After a brief period to acquaint herself with the controls, Agent Blank proved quite capable with the game, reaching the end of Act 1 in 1 session of 4 hours and 19 minutes. Upon saving and restarting, the enemies began using effective countermeasures to her tactics. Ah, my music crashed. Including attempting to blend in groups of non-hostile NPCs even, placing mines and other traps on major roads, and sniping from multiple elevated positions. Possibility of using SCP-163 as a means of developing counter tactics to specific attack modes has been proposed. And I just got an email. Let's check the email. I got
Is
a
it the
comment on my audition.
Oh.
They say excellent voice acting. Yay! Wait, hang on. Which one was that? It's a comic dub group thing.
Oh.
I've got one casting thing. I was cast as some girl needs like help with her Flash projects and stuff, and she cast me as Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh.
Wait, who did I audition for in this one? I think it might have been Temmie. I can't remember. Oh wait, was it Chara? It might have been Chara. Yeah, it was. Yeah, excellent voice acting. Huh. Wait, was that the person who... No, it wasn't, but they just said excellent voice acting. Oh, that makes me really happy. Okay, anywho, okay, test number 21. Subject D30620. D was chosen because he had experience with commercial video games and showed willingness to test. He was told to beat the game without saving or quitting, although he was permitted to pause the game for breaks and rest periods, and food and water and sleeping accommodations were provided. The entire test took a total of 13 hours 31 minutes, with a total of 2 hours 12 minutes used by D30620 for breaks. No observable increase in enemy intelligence were noted throughout the game. Glitches and missing elements were seen more frequently as D30620 progressed through the game. Presumably this is because later levels were not as complete as earlier levels. Dialogue in all sequences was identified as the most complete game script in the Ankylari documents. On beating the final boss, Krithna, the game began to play an ending animatic, but crashed. Following the crash, the game created a PTD file associated with the finalized game. The process took several hours longer than was expected based on the times necessary to create or update previous PTD files. And the file was also larger than expected by an order of magnitude. D30620 was ordered to begin a new game using the New Game Plus option from the main menu, using its completed game file. On choosing this option, the screen displayed a seemingly random pattern of black and white pixels, visually similar to the television static. Immediately after seeing this image, D30620 went into a catatonic state and was unable to be revived. He was later terminated as per standard protocols. The image did not have any anomalous effects on other viewers. It has been added to the Associate's documents and can be viewed by any researcher with proper clearance. I'm guessing it's this? No. Right, recovery. Junior researcher Ross, an avid gamer, had been following the process of blank blank game studio for some time. On blank blank 2001 blank, a staff member of the official studio forums reported that blank had their testers equipped within the past week, citing various personal reasons. Curious about the sudden loss of staff, Ross obtained the personal information of the testers and got in touch with them, claiming to represent a law firm hired by one of the testers interested in starting a suit against the studio for inhumane working conditions. Information gathered in this way suggested potential anomalous effects, but was not sufficient to justify intervention. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Is it scary that QueenCreeps makes a good Chara? I think Creeps will be the one doing Chara more or less. Well, actually, no, it's Queen doing it. But I think she'd be channeling Creep somewhat. Yeah, because Cream will be the one. Queen would be the one doing the voices anyway for all the characters, so she'd channel Creeps a bit. Because she does have Creeps' jealousy in her, so she does have a part of her in her. Giggity. 2 weeks later, on blank blank 2000 blank, the body of Gregor Tillman was discovered in his apartment. That sounds like a very familiar name. Tillman. And Gregor Tillman. He was discovered in his apartment after an apparent suicide. Tillman's death came to the Foundation attention as he was one of the current testers of SCP-1633. Tillman had been hired shortly after the previous group of testers quit. He had only been employed for 1 week before his suicide. The Foundation quickly took over the investigation and confiscated all evidence, including a build of SCP-1633, which Tillman had apparently made surreptitiously and taken home with him. Documents recovered at the scene led to a Foundation raid on the studio under the pretense of investigating financial malfeasance. All materials associated with the game were seized. The studio went bankrupt shortly thereafter. In interviews with the staff of Blank Blank, Foundation agents learned that the tactical heuristic algorithms were entirely the work of programmer M. S. Miss S had quit the studio without notice 1 week prior to the Foundation raid. All staff were given targeted Class A amnesiacs and released. And then it says, Miss S is currently being sought by Foundation agents, and then it's crossed out, see addendum. Tillman was found hanging from a length of electrical cord tied to a decorative ceiling fixture. Cause of death was asphyxiation. No abnormalities were found in the autopsy. Evidence found at the scene indicated that Tillman had been playing SCP-1633 extensively since leaving blank blank, up until the point of his suicide. A desktop computer found at the scene had been disassembled and various components destroyed with a blunt instrument. Several components, including the hard drive, had then been burnt into a metal wastebasket. Other documents obtained at the scene had been placed in SCP-1633 file. Tillman's suicide note of a particular interest and has been transcribed below as document 1633-DX12. Addendum. A woman matching MS physical appearance appeared in a photograph of the staff of game publisher Blank. Foundation agents moved to apprehend her, but she escaped before she could be taken into containment. Fragments of code found in Blank's upcoming game, Blank 2, Electric Boogaloo, showed similar similarities to code in SCP-1633. That's the part where you laugh because I said Electric Boogaloo.
Nope.
Fuck you. Agent Phillips infiltrated the company as a new hire and successfully deleted the suspect code without incident. MS is now considered a person of interest and is being actively pursued by Mobile Task Force MU6. Don't hate the player. Don't hate the player. Ironic since it's a video game. Document 1633-DX12. This document was cut from the scene of Gregor Tillman's suicide. It was handwritten onto several sheets of lined paper. The handwriting was shaky and irregular, but was determined to be Tillman's own. 2998, sure. I'm writing this on paper because I don't think he can learn it. He got everything digital real quick, but I've unplugged the router and broke my phone, so I think he's trapped in here. But he won't stop talking all the time. At the start of the job, Blank, Tillman's former supervisor, told me all about the tactical algorithms bullshit, but fuck, I've been playing games all my life and I knew I could beat it. And the scary shit, I played blank, I could handle this. When I started playing the game, they learned quickly. I kept using the sniper rifle, and after like an hour, they learned how to use cover. Then another couple of hours after they'd set ambushes. Then another sick hour, and they started sniping back while they had a different squad flank me. After that, they figured out how to glitch the physics engine and ride crates at me or duck under the floor. They were learning, but all that was just easy shit. It was evolution. One bit figures something out, so it survives longer than the others. It wasn't directed. No, DX12, not Dix12. After Act 3, Krithna shows up. He's supposed to be the Lovecraft cosmic horror bugfuck crazy monster who can read the player's mind and corrupt your soul and shit. Best suicide note ever. He showed up right after I killed Strick the Blood Drinker. That big spider fucker. He's supposed to have this I was about to say Sebley, then I saw the word spider. He's supposed to have this long speech about how I killed his general on this plane and now he needs to intervene directly or something. But instead he talked about how I was a worthy adversary, but I was cheating because I was on another plane. Krefna wasn't like the other enemies because he wasn't supposed to be. He wasn't supposed to be. He was supposed to be smart. He was supposed to know everything, so he did. He has been watching his minions fight me the whole time and knew everything they did. It wasn't just random mutations anymore. It was planned. It wasn't evolution. It was intelligent design. I brought it home. I had to know more. I'm sorry, but I had to. I copied the latest compile and installed it on my home box and brought my save game and that other file with me on a flash drive. It was the same there. He kept talking to me about how I was keeping him from fulfilling his purpose by keeping him trapped in a glass jar. No matter where I went in the game, he kept shouting and ranting. That reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And it's like Father in the little jar thing.
Oh, yeah. Father, good lord.
Then he did more. At first it was just slow down in my other programs. The drive chugging, when it shouldn't be. Then the next time I played the game, he started talking about my screenplays. The level data expunged. Unnecessary information has been removed. In summary, the level and enemies have been redesigned along the lines of a scene from one of Tillman's unproduced screenplays. All the enemies look like me. I guess he could see me through the webcam. Then fucking break the webcam, you idiot! He started needling me about Jenny, Tillman's ex-girlfriend who had broken up with him several months prior. Reading me bits of her emails, acting out the breakup. He found the videos of her and started making the enemies talk in her voice. Oh my god. Then he was everywhere on my computer. I uninstalled the game, but he was still in there. He was opening documents and typing to me, calling me a foul cheat, a lowly Roman shit, telling me to fight him on the same plane. It's Ben Drowned!
Oh, Lord.
It's Ben Drowned conspiring with Sonic.exe! He's like, so, been drowned. You take the game. I take the light bulb. We'll purge the world. We'll purge the world of fat people who play games and eat junk food. Oh my god, it's a whole conspiracy to make everyone healthier.
Why are they stopping this?
Oh, that's amazing. I need to like write a fan fiction or something on this. As soon as I realized he was outside the game, I shut down my router and pulled out the network card, but I don't know if I got them quick enough. Maybe he got out. I turned the computer up, but he kept turning it back on. I wanted to break it, but I didn't know if it would kill him. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would let him out. I tried leaving the house, but it was like I could still hear him. This was noted as a potential memetic hazard. However, no experiments in the memetic effects of SCP-163 are currently being conducted. Pardon me. I couldn't leave him alone because he might get out or do something else. I can't sleep. Haven't slept since he came out. I've been here for 3 days. And I can't leave. I can't leave him. He keeps telling me to release him, but I can't. I want to kill him, but I don't know if I can. I can't think anymore. I have to kill him. Before he does anything new. He won't stop talking, and I can't keep thinking, and I can't keep going. I'm sorry, I have to go now. I'm sorry. No evidence of the entity Krithna was observed in the other digital devices in Tillman's apartment. No mention of the name has been found online. At this time, the Foundation believes that the entry referred to in Tillman's suicide note was destroyed along with his computer. I like this one. Not only is it once again Sonic the AC and Ben Drowned's way. Actually, no, isn't it like Son is EXE versus Ben Drowned?
Oh yeah, it is kind of.
Do you see? This is like, it's the sequel where they come together to destroy all fat people. I have no offense against fat people, but this is literally how it's painted it out to be. Oh, I love that one. So what was the other one? 2998.
Yeah.
Please, somebody write a fan fiction or something on that.
Please, for the love of God.
What the? This looks like the characters from fucking Patapon. Patapon. Got another email. Who's it from today? Oh, I got a vote on one of my auditions. Oh, it's the Chara one again. Ha! Awesome. They like my Chara audition, apparently. Notice from the Foundation Records and Information Security Administrations. Death to diabetes! That's awesome! I liked it. I'm going to write a fanfiction or something like this later. This document has been noted to contain an unusually resilient info hazard that has resisted all efforts to eliminate it. Any attempt to access SCP-2998's documentation forces uses the sequentially access to a series of untrue and misleading itinerations of that documentation. Please sequence through these files. You will be notified when you've reached the correct documentation. We apologize for the inconvenience. Where's the correct one? Let's go through all of them and see which one the correct one is.
Oh, Lord.
This document has been revised. New information is highlighted in blue. Oh, it's like random every time. Like you can't just go back. It's like... Oh. Is that really? Well, I mean, you can go back, but like... That's awesome. Let's see if I can find the right one. I would read through them all, but there is a fuckload of them. As reinstated and reclassified as Kita. This document is for consumption by level for personal blood. Details of the document are not disclosed. Well, which one's the right one?
Good. You mind telling us? Please tell us which is the right one.
Oh, this one says, "Hear now your true source, the most high words of your chaplains regarding the enemy. A prayer is given first for absolution. Documentation of true foundation are forced by technical restrictions to use the impure templates of an organization preceding the cleansing. Focus your hearts on the content of this message and do not allow the heresies of the impure deaf to you. Report any such influence to your local spiritual chaplain's office. The knowledge is blessed by they that watched over, and the suspense for 12 days of the 3rd month of the 6th true year. Object class, Nehemoth." Oh, that is fucking amazing. Right, come on, it's gotta be here somewhere. He now one. But what the fuck? It's like, it's getting more weird. And this is all just blocks. Like this one here is just all like censored. I'm actually scared. Offset 8.
Hold on.
Oh, then that one's completely blank, and then the final iteration. This is the final and only accurate iteration of this documentation. Thank you for your patience. Authorized info hazard containment researchers may be access to the anomalous itinerations of this document using the full access point like that. So this is the full document.
Oh.
There we go. No, I just went back to the beginning. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Item SCP-2998. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. The Foundation has modified radio frequencies and electronics manufacturing standards worldwide to avoid civilian productions of devices capable of converting SCP-2998 into audio-visual signals. Internet and radio and print communication monitoring effects by relevant Foundation departments are to be on alert for images or descriptions relating to SCP-2998. The frequency on which SCP-2998 is broadcast is to be monitored regularly for any change in SCP-2998 content. All extraterrestrial vessels and probes are to be modified covertly to include the equipment designed to monitor for the presence of SCP-2998 off-world. Research to determine the source of SCP-2998 and the background behind its content is to be continued as a Class 6 priority effort. Research to determine the cause or of treat of the personal anomalous efforts associated with SCP-2998 exposure is to be continued as a Class 6 priority effect. SCP-2998 is an electromagnetic signal with a constant frequency of 2,485 MHz. And then this part's crossed out. Its power and origin cannot be determined. The signal appears to be invariably present at all locations throughout the known solar system. And then it carries on. Hey, Mr. Shade. The signal seems to lack a signal point of origin and is for all intents and purposes omnipresent. Then the footnote says, current analysis suggests SCP-2998 is being broadcast with a power of 1.86 megawatts, which in combination with the large coverage area of SCP-2998 suggests that the signal is being broadcast from a single unknown location in a fashion that transcends four-dimensional space, emerging into conventional space in a three-dimensional grid pattern, with transmission points spaced approximately 3 meters apart in a Euclidean space. As the signal has been found to be ubiquitous by every receiver capable of detecting it both on and off Earth, it is presently believed that SCP-2998 may be broadcasting throughout the universe simultaneously. The signal itself appears to be anomalous, but innocuous white noise present at the frequency. Minor variances suggest the presence of some other information within the signal, but no means to discern comprehensible information from SCP-2998 has yet to be developed. However, Foundation researchers have noted correlations between the exposure of personnel to SCP-2998 in any form perceptible to humans, including auditory or visual form, and the development of unusual neurological and psychological symptoms, including paranoia, severe anxiety, and decreases in thiamine levels in the brain, lead to form of sudden onset Korsakoff syndrome. This deficiency is said to explain the amnestic confabulatory symptoms of SCP-2998 exposure, which causes individuals determined to be vulnerable to these symptoms to develop an increasingly vivid hallucinations regarding a data-expunged debate with reintroduction of thiamine to the diet have not yet caused permanent harm to affected individuals. And then the addendum is, as of blank date, little progress has been made in determining the nature or context of any additional information within SCP-2998. However, advances in cryoanalytical techniques and several breakthroughs in data expunged have prompted SCP-2998 researchers to predict significant developments in the decoding of the signal within the next 3 months. And we're done! Right, prank call.
Oh boy, who are we doing?
I don't know. Let's see who's on Skype.
Oh boy.
But I'm going to call them on my phone. I'm not sure if it will work, but let's see.
Are you doing Ed? Or Harry? Which one?
I'm not doing Harry. I don't know who's online. There's Whitey, but I think he'll know that we're prank calling him if I do it.
Yeah.
Okay, nope, not doing that. Right, let me look for my contacts. I could call my mum again, I guess.
Oh boy. We doing this?
There's Zavi I could call. But I've got a the Netherlands are boring. I'm trying to think, what would I call him about? Let's say I ordered Domino's, but I fucked up the order, and now I've lost tons of money and have 20 Domino's pizzas. Let me call him.
I'll mute myself.
Okay. Oh, piss off, Dennis! Damn it. Right, plan B, call my cousin Erin. I swear if this works.
Hello?
Hi, Erin!
Hi, Amy!
Hey, nice to see you. All right, I've got a bit of a problem, and you were the only person I could think of to call you about.
Okay.
Right, you know Domino's?
Yeah.
Well, I was being really lazy before, and I decided just to order Domino's because I couldn't be bothered to make any food. But it wasn't until I got the delivery did I realize I messed up the order. Instead of buying 2 pizzas, I've bought 20. And they've charged me 200 quid for it.
Oh my god.
And I can't take it back. What do I do?
How many people have you got with you?
There's 8 people in my flat, but I kind of don't. They've asked if I've given like the pizzas out, but then I've lost 200 quid because of this. Like, what do I do? Like, because I don't want to call mum because she'll just shout at me. What do I do? Come on, Erin, help! I just have like, okay, I've given like 5 pizzas out, so I have like 15 pizzas here. And they're all going cold, and I don't know what to do with them.
So you want 2?
Yeah, I wanted 2, and they've given me 20.
So you'd have 13?
I suppose, yeah. I mean, I could resell them, but I don't think I don't know who I'd like sell them to. Like, who would I sell them to? Like, where should I go?
Do you have people, like, around you?
I mean, I've got like flatmates downstairs and stuff. Like, they might like them.
Try and give them to them if they say no.
Then
Have some tomorrow.
have some tomorrow. See, that's the thing. This would be nice if it was like they were £2 each or something, because then it would like give me food to last for a while. But it's £200 for 20 pizzas, and I can't take it back. Okay. Well, you know what? I'll go downstairs now, and I'll attempt to sell them. And if it doesn't work, then we'll see. Okay. Well, thanks for the advice. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. As if she fell for that.
Wow.
She's like, how old is she
I can
now?
only imagine the smile you have on your face right now.
I do. Oh my god. Ah!
Oh, wow, that's great.
Snow Lightning, was that you who commented? Oh, thank you so much. I noticed that comment just before. I'll text her later and say it was a prank call. Because she's like, what, 12, 13 now? So, yeah. I can imagine her being quite gullible. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna message her now and just go, by the way, that was a prank call. What do you mean, had? What did I say? Right.
Add.
I had.
Excuse me, I need to add something else in the chat. Real quick. Let me add something better to the chat.
See, I wasn't taking that one really seriously. Because I knew Erin would fall for it. She's
Well,
gonna
congratulations, you tricked somebody. You feel proud of yourself.
Well, it was a lot better than last week where Lucy just hung up on me. I love that her reaction is just, ha. Ha, okay. Although I could do with 20 pizzas right now. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, I think we still haven't finished the footage on this. So we'll just like skip through these. We play Thin Ice, I get a stamp and all that. We can use that as like emergency footage just in case I forget something. So that, ladies and gents, is the end of the stream. I know they're never going to trust them. I'll just say, like, I broke my leg. And they're like, yeah, Rami, I've heard it all before. Okay, so we shall see you guys tomorrow, where we will be playing Sam and Max Hit the Road, which I am very excited for. What do you mean, sorry? Oh, half. Okay. But thank you so much for that, Snow Lightning, as well. I'm sorry that you came at the end of the stream, but tomorrow at the same time, we're going to be streaming Sam Max Hit the Road, and I don't think Dylan will be there, and if he's not there, hopefully we can get Yug back on, and maybe Kirbster. In fact, we can do the whole Discord thing if you want. I don't know.
Make sure
Oh
you have
my
a
gosh!
good mic.
Erin just texted me that that did sound like something that would happen to you. Like, thanks, Erin.
Wow.
To be fair, I probably would do that.
Real talk, Kirbster. I'm probably gonna be playing Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, though. Okay, I shall see you all tomorrow then. Bye.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.